Hey, how are you? I'm late, but I'm here. Trying to find all the stuff here so we can get jumping and going here. All right, hi. So I'm just getting queued up on what we gotta queue up on. So, how is everyone on this fine late Saturday night? Are you having fun? Are you up to anything? Are you crafting? Are you celebrating the kind of sort of long weekend for some of us? Maybe not all of us. For me, it's not a long weekend. It's a normal weekend. Oh, my curtain's up. Oh, well. Well, we get to see my chaos in my room. That's fine. But you know what? Let's fix that, hopefully. There we go. A little better. That way it's not so chaotic in here. There we go. Alright, hi. I'm Lauren. I'm your crafter. So, here's what's on the go. As a demo, we demos get invited to events. Now, I subscribed to this event. Of course, it was a pay. So, with that pay event, they send me instructions, measurements, material lists, and all that fun stuff. And I had the option to pre order the suite that this is involved in, which I didn't. I just got a couple of games here and there. So, tonight, I'm working on this card, kind of, sort of. Because I paid for the event, and I might as well create the card that it's showing. So, essentially, I'm going to swap it with my own materials, which I already have. And I started it earlier, but then life got in the way between the doodles and other things, and it's like, okay, well, I'm now finally getting around to finishing this simple card. Or hopefully simple. And I like this. Alright. So, instructions: score 8.5 by 5.5. Basic weight cardstock at 4 1/4. So, more or less done. This was a card base that was already in my area, so it's like, let me check my size. Yes, so it's 5.5 by just under 4 1/4, and that's fine. I'll roll with it. So then, get 3 strips of designer series paper, which I did, and they're 3.5 by 3/4, and tear the left end on the top and the bottom, and tear the right end in the middle. And then add to the thing by dimensionals. Actually, no, there's a step that they did. Use a blending brush of add balmy blue ink to the top and the bottom strips of designer series paper. Well, I'm not doing that because that's totally not what I'm going with. Adhere the strips to the card base using dimensionals, but leaving room for the sentiment. Well, in that case, I'm gonna position and then stamp and then glue. So I'm changing the instructions on purpose, because trying to stamp when you have designer series paper glued on makes it a little hard. So that's kind of it. Kind of. So I'm going to use a purple-ish color. I got to find a purple-ish color. I put my inks away today. Of course I did. So let's see what options we have. I'm kind of feeling fresh freesia, actually. Because it kind of goes with the top one there. It's almost a perfect match for a paper that I have no idea where it came from. Alright, well, I'll just keep this nearby for the sake of keeping nearby. Alrighty, so then I need a stamp, which I don't have right now. So let's see what we can select from. I need a stamp block. Done. I need to get my water prepped. Now at this point, I'm half following the instructions. There's a whole video that we subscribers can watch. I've watched part of it, but haven't had time to finish it, or else I would have finished it because, you know, life got in the way, which kind of sucks. So, let me get my sponge ready. It's like, hey, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, you know, type of psychology. I'm not quite fully there yet, but I'm getting there. Tonight. Yeah, I was trying to be on sooner. Okay, so I need a stamp. Now let's see. I'm gonna use a new stamp. Maybe. Alright, let me dive for a moment and look for some stamps. So I know I have some somewhere, obviously. So I have lots of stamps, guys. Alright. Because I haven't had time to, again, prepare. Because I'm looking for a certain stamp, which is not jumping out at me. Okay, so it's not there. Alright, now here's the moment where I gotta look for a little while and try to find one little thing. Of course. Now, the dilemma is I'm looking... Well, wait. It might be somewhere else. Because I'm looking for the stamp set and dies that goes with the paper pumpkin-y stuff. It might be in here. Let's peek see. It might be in another box. Let's peek see. So I don't know where it is. So this is the most recent kit. Oh, the stamps might do me, but we'll see. Might be in one of the other boxes. So yeah, again, I know I'm complaining. I'm just frustrated tonight with, like, you know, I kind of want to do something, but it's not happening. Alright, so it's not that kit. And then I can't even close the bloody box. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's try again. Somewhere else here. Oh, I got too many problems here. Like I said again, I wasn't prepared to do this right now. I know I'm complaining. It's how I am. That's when I'm really frustrated, I'm just a negative. And I know, it's awkward for people to be around me. Hey, I get it. It's just literally, there's stuff I was trying to do. Hold on a moment. I got things sliding where it shouldn't be. Okay. I get the feeling it's in here. I could be wrong. I could really use those dies right now. Okay, they're not in there, but it was a nice try. I got other stuff in there. Alright, what about this one? Okay, I found there's some decent stamps. Okay, I don't think it's in here either. Okay, well, we're having a swell time trying to find one die set. Of course. Has to be this impossible tonight, you know? Can't be easy. Fudge. Let me try over here. Hold up. I'm having a moment. This might be it. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Okay. Yes, I have to make it more complicated than I should. Alright, there. So we found the dies. Step one. We need the stamps. So, back to digging again. Of course. Alright, let's see some stamps. Alright, we got some options there. I'm going to go roll one of them. Alright. We're finally getting somewhere here. I know, complain. It's what I do. Alright. Because there's a flower component to this, and I'm just digging for a stamp. Alright, so if you guys want the instructions to this card, let me know. Alright, back to this mess again. Kinda, sorta. So it's saying towards the left side of the card base stamp this on. Let's see if that gives me some color. There we go. It's a little light. I just wanted to try something. That was a bit of a fail, but that's okay. Yeah, that fresh freesia needs a squirt of ink, but I don't think I have any. I could be wrong. Alright, so that was goodish. Okay, so I'm going to revisit the instructions, guys, to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. So then adhere with the paper strips with dimensionals. Okay, well that we can do now. Alright. Oh, by the way, I have an announcement. I splurged. I'm celebrating my 4-year anniversary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my 4-year stamp anniversary is around the corner. I'll have to plan something special for that day for you guys. I don't know yet. I've been thinking about it off and on for the past like few weeks. And I'm like, I should plan something, and I haven't. So it's like, okay, yeah. I am meeting. Oh yeah, I'm meeting with Elaine tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my headspace is not right. Oh, I almost forgot to. Shoot, I'm a bad kitty if I forget. All right, so these go on with dimensionals. Yeah, just, I don't know, today I'm off my game, I think. Like, just busy. Oh yeah, doggy haircut today. They're good. The dogs are really good mood, good energy, so it's nice to see that they're nicely, really well adjusting to going to the groomers every 2 months. So that's freaking fantastic, honestly. That's going well. Alright. I don't even know if this is straight, but I don't care. But you know, I like the layout of this card. I think I'm gonna feature it in a class at some point. Heck, it might even make the draft for, you know, this month or next month. I mean, you never know. I really like this card. What I gotta do is, I gotta, like, cards I actually create that are not for a class, but they're a great, something of my design or a design I've copied, I gotta start, like, putting them aside, because to be able to show off and, you know, I got ideas versus I have no ideas. Like, there's endless ideas out there. I just have to, like, find something. I have an audience of... Oh, shoot. I screwed up the card. I looked at the picture and I'm like, oh, shoot. Great. Anyway, let me fix that a little better. Let me see if I can move this. And we still got more to do on this card, so we're going to be a while still. Alright, let me try to fix. Oh, I actually screwed up my card. Alright, there. Okay. That makes more sense. Actually, it looks even better. Okay. So we did the stamped sentiment to there. And then use a blending brush, add balmy blue ink to one of the 2" by 3.5" pieces of white cardstock. And then, oh, okay, so I see what the picture's got. That makes sense now. I wondered what was the design element of that. So, and keep the negative that you use later. Oh, okay. But whatever. Okay. So, we have options. I was not prepared to do blending brush, but we're gonna do it. So, let's get messy, guys. Now, something to keep in mind, I'm using different dyes for the sprig. I'm gonna use a flower. So in that case, we need a couple colors. Sorry, I'm nicely in thought here. Seriously. Yes. I'm getting somewhere with this. So yes, fresh freesia. But I wonder, did I order fresh freesia refill? Let me check, because it would be good to know if Kitty did or not. And I might have a lot of stuff fall over in a moment. Okay, stay. I think I did order the ink refill, because I think it would really benefit from it tonight. I just saw it a moment ago. Petunia pop. Oh, there. Yeah, I've been buying refills, and I gotta get back on that game again because, God, they're so useful. Now I need a green, but not from here per se. I just need a green ink, which we have plentiful of. Now I want to use a different ink though than what we actually. That's a good question. Bring this back for a sec. I want to know which greens we have. Garden, Lost Lagoon. So I want to know if we have the green that I want. We might not. Okay. Well, no, that because that factors in what I'm thinking of using. So I'm torn between Garden Green and Mossy Meadow. Alright, let me look for the Mossy Meadow and more. Because I gotta reshake up the ink collections. Because it's starting to get a little complicated. I guess I keep some of my blades in here. Alright, so these two are coming home. Now I gotta get back to labeling again, too. That's coming home. That's coming home. That can probably stay. Okay, we're good. Now, I said Mossy Meadow for a reason. Now, I'm gonna grab all the Mossies for another reason. Because they're all, most of them are not doing too good, so. There's Mossy and Mossy and Mossy. Alrighty, so then there we go. So I'm gonna flip these back to being upside down again. And that way I can start sorting what's got to be labeled. Yeah, I know, I'm just sorting. It's what I do. Oh yeah, that one's gonna be relabeled. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Anyway, I'm having a freaking fantastic night. Oh, you know when everything shifts, when you go from you're frustrated and then something good kicks in, and then you find yourself in a really really good mood. Okay, so I've got that. I need some more stuff. Give me a moment. Let me think of where's the watercolor paper. BRB. I'm actually enjoying this tonight. I haven't crafted like a good craft in a little while. I'm always like just too busy with life. So I've got some watercolor sheet of that. And I need a sheet of another one. Bear with me a few minutes. I'm gonna put this back on. Sorry guys. I guess I'm so used to presenting. I just flow with the flow. But yeah, I gotta work on that. And then I'm gonna see if this has what I want. Especially in one of the older pieces. Yeah, that would work. Anything that's smaller. Okay. That way it's like a comparison. Yeah, comparison, you know? We do those things. Alright. Eddie Lane, thank you for the watercolor paper. Alright. That. And that. Over there. Okay. So, we may not be able to finish this project tonight, but we'll get part of the concept going. First things first. Oh, I'm having a moment. Alright. Let's get some ink in here. So I just did like one drop, and I'm happy with that. I don't want it super inky, but I just figured give it a little bit to breathe. Alright. This we're going to cut down. I just wanted to ink that before we got way too messy here. So we're going to do... I'm just going to say like 2.5 inches. In case I want to do it twice, which I might. Like 2.5? Yeah. And we just got another piece for fun and later. But I should put that piece, because it's special paper, into its thing. There we go. We're good now. Okay. This is going to be fun. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. And oh, I need the blending brushes themselves. And ooh, we're going to crack open a new brush. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Now I'm debating with myself. Yeah, we're going to do one. Why not? Let's, like, I got new brushies. Oh, they feel great. Oh my god, it's so nice to get them. I gotta get the minis though. Alright. So next up is, we're gonna do the first one, because the first one's gonna be the flowery. Actually, yeah. So take a water spritzer. And I try to wet that piece of paper, like so. And then take the ink, the brush, now this might take a little while, because this paper is really thin, and like I say, that ink in there was not doing too good. But yeah, we can see it's coming alive. It's changing a bit of color. Paper's not toothy enough for this technique, but that's okay. I just want to give it some decent color. Okay, I like that. Alright, so then we're going to do the other one with the new brush, which is going to be awesome. Alright, let that dry. And then we're going to bring this guy in. Then we're going to spritz this guy. Give it some good water. And then our Mossy Meadow. Just grab one. Grab the brush. And get our butts in there. Oh, oh. 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 Something tripped on my watch. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, I'm in kitty crafty heaven. Oh. Alright. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, that turned out beautiful. Light for a dark color. That is cool. That turned out beautifully. So when these dry, we're going to die cut them. They might take a while. But beautiful. Okay, okay. I gotta play with blending brushes all the time now. Alright. So I gotta die cut them out, and I can't. I gotta let them dry, guys. Alright, well, we're gonna go. So I hope you liked the framing of the card so far. A flower thing and twine goes on there, and I'm actually really, really loving this layout. I didn't like it when I first saw it. I'm like, no, what? I love it now. Alright, bye everyone, because I got wet ink. I can't die cut so easily. But now I want to color everything. Alright, this is wonderful. Nighty nighty. Bye.